the second stage in the marketing strategy, which is the positioning strategy. Formulating the differential advantage requires a research phase and a strategy phase. The research phase involves 4 steps. Identify the target market segments. Who are the customers that the brand will seek to satisfy? Which is the most attractive market segment to aim for? Identify the main competitor brands in the segments. Which brands do target customers currently choose between? Who do we have to beat? Discover the choice criteria used by customers. Research what attributes customers use to choose among alternatives. Find out how customers evaluate your brand and competitive brands along these choice criteria. Once this perceptual map of how customers perceive the market is built up, management move into the strategy phase. How shall they position or reposition their offer? This is illustrated here in a perceptual map for the breakfast cereal market. Here, customers have been discovered to view cereals in 2 primary dimensions: a taste dimension and a healthiness dimension. The objective of a brand manager is to make his or her brand stand out from the crowd. 2 different types of positioning strategy can be distinguished: real positioning and psychological positioning. Real positioning is based on creating objective, measurable differences which are valued by customers. Psychological positioning is based on influencing people's feelings about the brand. It's about changing the customer rather than the product. The 4 types of real repositioning strategies are: 1. Being first. Kellogg's Cornflakes, for example, has a strong market share here because it was the first cereal to capture the attention of consumers. Being the biggest, it remains a top-of-the-mind brand for most households. The first brand on the market often becomes synonymous with the product itself. The second type of real repositioning strategy is creating a new attribute. Since only one brand can be the original or the biggest, followers have to find other ways of being unique and better. All brand has done well by staking a clear and dominant claim to being the healthy cereal. The third option for a real repositioning strategy is to strengthen the current position. For example, here, the perceived lack of healthiness associated with Cocoa Pop could be dealt with by reducing the sugar content and promoting it as a low-sugar cereal. The fourth possible real positioning strategy is to search for a new position. The perceptual mapping may reveal opportunities for new brands. Here, for example, no cereal appears to have staked out the ideal combination of taste and healthiness. Real positioning is about changing the actual substance of the product or service the firm offers. Psychological positioning, on the other hand, is about changing the customer's perception rather than the product itself. Turning to psychological positioning, there are 3 options. 1. Alter the belief about the brand. Cocoa Pops could try to show that it is, in fact, a healthy cereal. Because changing long-held beliefs about a brand is not an easy task for an advertiser, it might be better to go for the second possible psychological positioning strategy. This entails altering attribute importance weights. A company can seek to make an attribute in which it is strong count for more. All Bran or Bran Flakes could seek to raise the profile of health in choosing among breakfast cereals. Deposition competitors' brands. There's a famous story about the success of Heineken in the United States. Heineken has been the most successful European beer in the States. Some years ago, Kronenbourg, the French company, sought to enter and challenge Heineken's dominant position. Its approach was similar to the Pepsi challenge. Customers were asked to choose between Heineken and Kronenbourg in blind product tests. Sure enough, a small percentage preferred the taste of Kronenbourg, and this fact then formed the centrepiece of Kronenbourg's massive advertising campaign. Heineken's response was equally robust and devastating to Kronenbourg's image. Heineken's key advertising line went, "Kronenbourg, the reason why the French drink wine." Kronenbourg became a joke among American beer drinkers. Wouldn't advertising be much more fun in Europe if such competitive advertising were permitted? Unless the business creates a differential advantage, then it is forced to compete on price. If a business competes on low prices, it is very hard to make good profits. For most successful companies, the task of marketing is to make the customer pay more, or, at a minimum, it is to gain market share without having to reduce prices and profit margins.
As a last example of segmentation and positioning strategy, let us look at Forte Hotels, Europe's largest hotel group.
By 1990, it had built up, through acquisition, a heterogeneous collection of over 300 hotels, all marketing under different names, and consequently, none clearly positioned in the market. In 1991, it decided on a radical repositioning exercise. This entailed 3 stages.
The first was to segment the market of hotel customers. The variables used to segment the hotel market were the purpose of the visit, the profession of the customers, income, and age. The size, growth, and profit potential of each of these segments was then estimated by the management.
Second, the needs of customers within each of these segments were then researched. Different types of customers had different expectations in terms of service, ambience, price, and location. The final stage was restructuring its portfolio of 300 hotels into 6 new brands. Each brand was then targeted to a specific customer segment, offering a different competitive advantage, and of course, charging 6 very different prices.
Forte summarized its new positioning strategy in terms of 2 dimensions, a modern or traditional dimension and a formal or informal dimension. The 6 hotel formats were positioned as shown to cover the whole map. Forte Travelodge was positioned at the bottom of the market and aimed at the most price-conscious travellers, £30 per room. Forte Post House came next. These are a level higher, 3-star hotels offering a standard service for £50 per night. Forte Crest are 4-star hotels located in city centres and aimed at a rather higher level of the business market and also at short-stay vacationers, £80 per night. Fort Heritage is a set of 100 traditional, very good quality hotels priced at £100 per night. Forte Grand is a group of 5-star luxury hotels priced around £150 per night. Finally, the exclusive portfolio is a small group of exceptional quality and often famous hotels, including the Hyde Park Hotel in London, Shawshank in Paris, and the Plaza in New York. Rates are £200 upwards.
With this positioning strategy, Forte has rationalised a mixed bag of hundreds of separate properties into 6 clear brands, each of which is targeted to a specific section of the market, and each offering a clear proposition to customers. Market segmentation and positioning are at the heart of modern marketing. Successful, profitable marketing boils down to asking and getting good answers to 2 questions. First, who is the target market segment? Second, what are we going to offer customers in this segment to make them prefer us to competitors? If you answer these 2 strategic questions properly, the rest of the planning is very straightforward.
Once we have decided the strategic priorities and positioning of the products or businesses, we come to the most familiar part of marketing, planning the marketing mix. This is usually called the 4 Ps. product, price, promotion and place for distribution.